Hey guys, Nick Carraway here, and I'm going to start a little mini vlog here about this man I met named Jay Gatsby. Now, Jay Gatsby is unlike any other man I think I've ever met in my entire life. He should have been everything I hated about rich people, but instead, he's everything I came to love. Now, I met Jay Gatsby a couple years ago when my father moved to New York to work in the bond business. And we moved to Long Island, New York, in this little town called East and West Egg. And me and Gatsby both lived in the West Egg. And cousin Daisy, lived in the East Egg with her boyfriend Tom. Now, they were both 18, so they shared a house together. And Tom got money from his parents, and. So I got to the West Egg, and my house was right next to Gatsby's mansion. And I've always heard so much stuff about this Gatsby guy, and I just figured I'd hate him, because, who wouldn't? I got there, and, Daisy invited me over to her house for some lunch, with her and Tom and one of her friends, Jordan something. So I came over, and it was really, really awkward at first. Me and Tom talked on the porch for like 30 minutes about like some racist book that he's reading, and thank God we were interrupted by Daisy, and she invited us into the house. We sat down and ate like cucumber sandwiches or whatever rich people eat, and it was just an all-around super awkward dinner. And by the end of it, I just had to excuse myself and say, guys, I gotta get out of here, okay? I didn't say that, of course, because that would be rude. But, I excused myself. I said I had something to take care of, and I walked back home. And as I was walking in the door, I looked at the end of the dock, and I saw this dude with his arms outstretched towards the end of the dock, like some kind of weird shaman. And I walked over, and I got a closer look, and it was none other than Jay Gatsby. This 18-year-old guy, blonde hair, full suit, arms outstretched towards this green light way far away, and I was just so sick of awkward experiences and conversations that I was just ignored him and just went into my house. And I was going to forget about Jay Gatsby during my time in New York. Turns out it's kind of hard to forget about a man who has parties every single day at his house. Huge parties that everyone wants to go to. So then the very next day, believe it or not, I got invited to one of his parties. And so I went, and I got there, and it was crazy. There were people hanging from the rafters, drinking from red Solo cups. I didn't know what to think, and then I spotted Jay standing by the wall, not really interacting with people. People come over and say, hey, great party, man. He'd just be like, thanks, man. Hope you had a good time. But he wasn't doing anything. He just stood by the wall. And I couldn't believe it. I had no idea what this was about. And I saw Jordan there, and we met at Daisy's luncheon, and I walked over to her, and I was like, God, this Gatsby guy's a hoot, huh? She was like, yeah, and then all of a sudden, Gatsby calls Jordan over, beckons her over, and they have some sort of secret meeting for like an hour, and I'm so done with this whole rich people thing. I just go back home, because I can't handle this anymore. So that was my first couple days at Long Island. Already, I'm getting like weird, awkward things happening. Stay tuned for episode 2, where I tell you more about my happenings. Thank you. You've been the audience. I've been Nick Carraway. Have a good one.